Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another scene for Werewolf San Diego, Sept of the Howling Winds. In this prelude, we have Sierra Darsey, who is moving from Northern California down to San Diego. And right now, she is driving down the freeway. She's about 45 minutes outside of LA proper. And what is she doing as she's driving?
Sierra, she is not quite sure what's taken her to San Diego. She just knows she started getting dreams telling her that she should be in San Diego for whatever reason. Um, at the moment, I'm assuming it's late at night.
Yeah, it's about 9 o'clock, so it's not too late. So there's still quite a bit of traffic, which this is LA. We're talking about there's always quite a bit of traffic.
Yeah.
But even for a 9 o'clock on a weeknight, it's still there's probably more traffic than there normally would have been. But you would know, you're not from LA, so you're just like, okay, you know. But there's quite a lot of traffic. You're not going freeway speeds. You're going probably about between 40 and 50 miles an hour. At some points, you go even slower than that. You haven't come to a complete stop yet, but it's kind of slow going.
All right. Sierra is probably blasting one of the few CDs that she has for her car, which is you know what? Let's make it something strange. She is playing 80s music. 80s and 90s music. So Tears for Fears and The Cure. A lot of those.
I approve. That's amazing. All right, so you're blasting nostalgia for the storyteller here,
Yeah.
and
She decided to go for her weird soundtrack.
yes, that's totally great. All right, so you're blasting your music and kind of trucking along, probably, getting a little exasperated at this, slowing down, speeding up, slowing down, speeding up. You go at this for about half an hour, and then you see flashing lights up ahead. They're still kind of in the distance, probably a few miles down the road, but with it being a fairly clear night and pretty dark other than headlights, you can see the flashing of the lights ahead. And the traffic starts to slow down a lot.
Sierra will, because she's one of those geeks that still wears sunglasses in like bright areas, even though it's nighttime. Um, she'll pull down the sunglasses a little bit and kind of look out ahead to the flashing lights, see if they were, maybe there's a traffic accident or something like that.
Yeah, when you get, it takes about 15 minutes to get to where you see the traffic lights, or where you see the flashing lights, and as you get closer, you can see a couple of ambulances, a few cop cars, and the freeway is actually closed. There's a detour that you're going to have to be taking, and there is what looks to be about 4 or 5 cars piled up.
Okay, bad car accident.
Bad car accident, yes. And you're being rerouted. You're taking a detour off the freeway and into LA.
Okay, LA streets. This is going to be fun. Which is probably what Sierra says to herself audibly. Sierra she'll take the detours and all that. While she's at one of I figure intersections in LA take a long ass time.
Yes, they do. They take a long time, especially with all of this traffic being rerouted uh, into LA proper. Um, when you get off of the freeway, you pass Dodger Stadium, um, and you'll be heading into what looks like Chinatown.
Okay. During one of these stops, Sierra will probably just whip out her phone right quick and see what's going on. After a pileup that big, news has got to be traveling fairly fast. Probably some kind of tweets about it, something like that.
Yeah, if you check Twitter, there's a bunch of tweets from random people about, oh my God, did you see that accident? I wonder if anybody died. Um, you'll see an official news source saying that no casualties yet. Status is unconfirmed. Police still pulling apart, the wreckage and stuff like that. So you don't get very many details. They're still really working on it. The local traffic manager says that freeway is going to be closed, or that portion of the freeway is going to be closed for at least an hour, if not longer. The traffic will be rerouted around down to a more southern portion of the 5 uh, for you to get down to San Diego. So you'll be going through LA city streets. It'll take you to Highway 101, where you can go over to the 5 from there. But to get there, you have to go through Chinatown.
All right. And so Chinatown Sierra goes.
Yes. And so it's pretty normal, stop and go traffic, a lot of red lights. You notice that some of the lights don't last very long. There's only enough time for like 4 or 5 cars to get through, and then you have to stop. It's kind of slow going.
Sierra thanks Pegasus and Gaia that she is not in the ruin right now.
Oh yeah. So if you are periodically checking your phone as you're driving, go ahead and make me a Dex drive roll.
Oh wait. Okay. It's mostly when she stopped, but I'll go ahead and make that roll.
Just because you're not quite paying attention. If you don't hit the gas fast enough, or you don't hit the brakes fast enough. You got a success.
Yay.
All right, so even though you're in an unfamiliar city and you're a little distracted, you're still, you're driving pretty well. So yeah, it's probably is a good thing you're not in a room right now.
Right? Yeah.
So this goes on for a little longer. Nothing too terrible going on. Just you get a few idiots that try to race the lights. You get a few pedestrians that don't care about crosswalks and dart out in front of you. But you're going slow enough that it's not an issue, but it's probably enough to just irritate you. So, but as you get into the heart of Chinatown, you start noticing some stuff. Traffic starts to thin out a little bit, but there seems to be an increase of people walking down the street. You see suspicious people on street corners. If you make me a perception switch streetwise.
Okay. Do I get? Oh, it's night, so I do get my wolf sight merit. Yay!
Yes.
Woo wee!
Oh my! So you're driving slow enough that you could see drug deals going on. Like people are trying to be discreet, but you see it. You see stuff going on, and as you're driving, you see a gang of people walking down the street. They're mixed ethnicities, even mixed gender, and they do not look happy, not one bit. So are you gonna keep driving, or do you have curiosity?
Yes, I do.
I want you to roll that.
Let's check it out.
You are gonna follow. All right. They do not look happy, and your curious ass is gonna be like, oh damn, I need to check this out. So are you gonna park and walk, or are you just gonna kind of like be discreet with your car?
If they go into a building, Sierra's not going to be able to follow them, and then it would take even longer for her to park. She's going to park now and then follow them on foot.
All right. So you're in an area where there's parking lots around. People, even though there are tow-away signs, your car is going to be fine. So you can, there's actually probably some street parking around that, have the no parking from 8 to 6, and it's well after 6 o'clock. So, or limited parking, whatever. So you can find a parking spot fairly easily. And so yeah, you park your car, you get out, and you start following these people. If you're trying to be discreet, give me dex stealth.
Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. 2.
All right. So you are following. And these people are walking with purpose. And you can, when you get closer, well, go ahead and roll me a perception alertness.
Ooh, she don't pick it up yet.
No, so you can't hear anything yet. Nothing that you can pick out. You can hear some muffled tones, and they sound a bit angry, but you can't pick out words yet.
All right. Just in case she gets found out, Sierra's going to bring up persuasion.
Okay, that's fine.
Let's hope it works. It does not work.
Damn.
Oh, well. She can just talk. She could just talk if need be.
Just talk. So you follow them. They still keep marching in the same direction. You can go ahead and make another perception alertness check.
Okay, is this based on hearing or sight?
Hearing.
Okay. Hey, much better. The extra die from the last roll came from wolf sight, but I didn't know it was hearing based, so that was my bad.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. No, it's all good. It was a fail anyway, so it didn't really matter.
Right.
Like
okay, this time you hear them talking, and they're saying stuff like, let's go get this motherfucker. He can't take my money and get away with it. Regular, you can probably guess drug deal gone bad, or somebody's not paying what they owe. I hate to say this, but typical gang stuff that they're pissed about. And then they turn a corner. As you turn the corner, roll me one more perception alertness. This one's vision.
Okay. With 4.
All right. You can see a lot. So what you see when you come around the corner is you see 2 guys. They take off running, and they tackle one guy that's kind of across the street catty corner, and they bring him back to the rest of the gang, and they take off, and they take him into a nearby building. You don't know if it's abandoned or not, but they dart into it.
So Sierra's coming along too.
Yeah, I figure that she probably is. So if you're still trying to be, which they're pretty preoccupied, so roll me dex stealth at difficulty 4, since they're really busy.
There goes 2.
All right, so you're gonna follow along pretty quickly and pretty quietly to see what they do to this guy. What's going through her head right now?
Oh my god, I feel like I'm in Blood Out right now. She's like peering out of cars and shit. She is in the back of her head wondering, if there's something more going on here, since she's heard some really bad shit about the city.
Yeah.
Especially up in LA.
So you follow them into this building and you can hear some shouting. The person that they captured is struggling, screaming. Then the screaming muffles, so you can probably guess that someone put their hand over their mouth or shoved something in his mouth. And as you enter the building, it is clearly abandoned. It used to be some kind of grocery store. You can't. There's still a few like aisle shelving in there, but it's pretty empty. The windows have been boarded up, but the doors kicked in. There's a bunch of graffiti everywhere, so you could probably guess that this is a gang hideout. And the cops really don't give a fuck about it at all. You don't. As a matter of fact, this whole time you've been following them, you haven't seen one cop car.
All right.
So they drag him to a back room, which you could probably guess used to be the office, or a storage area. It's big enough to be either one, really. And you could also tell by the way that there are some things set up that this particular gang that you're tailing, this is probably their turf. Go ahead and give me another dex stealth. This one to 5.
Oh boy, here we go. Straight fail, not a botch.
All right. So you hear, man, shut up. You hear something? What do you do?
Sierra's gonna find a quick corner to hide herself in.
All right. You hear footsteps come around the corner. Someone look around. Hey, someone out here? Man, you tripping. There ain't fucking nothing out here. They go back to what they're doing. Their deck stuff.
Diff 5 again?
This one's 6 because they've been alerted.
Okay.
All right, you give it a success, so they're not going to notice you. But so as you come out of your hiding space and kind of creep around the corner, you can see into the room. There's a few chairs. There's some weapons. There's a big table with some drugs, weapons, like all kinds of shit. And they have the guy tied to a chair, and somebody, the rest of the gang are kind of forming like a circle around, and what you guess might be the gang leader. Actually, make me a wit streetwise.
Single success.
Yeah, it's good enough for you to guess that this guy is probably the gang leader, with everybody forming kind of this submissive circle around him, and he's wielding this bat with this guy restrained on this chair.
Yeah, I think Sierra at this point, it's probably nothing. It's probably just some really crazy gangbangers. But Sierra's going to sense one.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't know how many successes it is, because since the difficulty depends on, it's storyteller discretion.
We'll call it two successes. You don't sense anything worm tainted or out of the ordinary. It's just some thugs. Like, it's just apparently a drug deal gone bad.
Yeah. Sierra doesn't. As much as she would. Oh, sorry?
You can hear the gang leader. He's now talking to the guy. He's kind of swinging the bat around in his hand and kind of walking around going, so you think you can just take my shit, take my money, and run the fuck away? No. You have done this to me for the last time, and now I break your kneecaps. And then he rears back to swing. You gonna interfere or just let this play out?
As much as Sierra would like to help out right now, there's not too much she can do without breaking the veil. So she's just gonna, and so far they're just gonna break his kneecaps.
Yeah, they're not gonna kill him.
Yeah, it doesn't look like you're gonna kill him.
So it's either a rival. From what you can tell, it's either one of their runners that tried to fuck them over, or a rival that tried to. It was somebody that tried to fuck them over. And if you turn around and walk away, you can then hear the thwack of the bat into the guy's leg, and he's got his mouth gagged, but you can hear the muffled scream as you exit the building. And you hear another thwack before you leave.
Sierra's gonna, make sure that this guy just isn't super dead.
Yeah.
While she may not be able to bust in and go all, full ham, fucking trinos and shit, she can at least, make sure he gets some help if they just leave him there.
Yeah, so if you then just kind of dart around the corner of the building and wait for them to come out. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so you're gonna wait about 5 minutes. They not all of them come out. 2 of them come out carrying the guy. They walk him a fair bit down the street, and then they go into an alley and chuck him. And then they go back to their little hideout, back to their leader. And then you're free to go and check on the guy.
Yeah, Sierra's going to go and check on him. She's going to come on up into the alleyway, pretty much kind of feign ignorance, like, oh my God, who's that? And then she's going to run on over.
So yeah, the guy's he's conscious. Well, actually, do you have any medicine?
I think I do have medicine. I have medicine 1.
All right, you can make me an intelligence medicine or a perception medicine. Sorry.
Okay. I don't know if wolf sight counts for this, so I'm just going to leave it out.
Okay. Yeah, probably not.
That's fair. There's 1.
Okay, so from what you can tell, he's still conscious, barely. Um, if you then want to like kind of try and examine him with whatever medical knowledge you have, then you can make a perception medicine
Oh,
or a an intelligence medicine. Sorry.
all right. That is a better dice pool.
Yes.
With 1 success, I assume.
All right. So with 1 success, um, he's got a pretty strong pulse, so it's probably just the pain that's got him knocked out for the most part. Um, his kneecaps are definitely fucked. Like his legs are in a weird position. The guy is Asian. Um, make me a perception streetwise.
Single success.
You recognize a mark on him that is signature of Yakuza.
Oh boy. All right. Actually, if she gets a sniff off of him, does he have any purebred at all?
Let's see. No.
Okay. So his kneecaps are fucked. Tim, out of character, does not have too much medical knowledge. However, he does know that if you just kind of let broken bones sit and heal him properly, that you're going to have a bad day.
Yep.
Does it look like Sierra needs to do that?
Make me a wits medicine roll.
2 successes.
All right. So it looks like that he needs a hospital, and you would know kind of instinctively that you should probably just call 911 and get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, that's fair.
Especially since you're in Yakuza territory.
Yep, Sarah will just go ahead and do that. She'll dial an ambulance for him. Let the ambulance person know that she was walking down the street and found this guy with a couple of broken kneecaps, and he looks like he needs some medical attention ASAP.
Yeah, the 911 operator will thank you for calling, and we'll dispatch someone right away. It could be a few minutes because there was a big accident on the freeway, but we would like you to stay on the line till we get there.
I can do that.
All right, you're going to wait half an hour.
Whoo-wee.
So as soon as, after about a half an hour, you start to hear sirens. You can tell the 911 operator, okay, they're here if you want to jet before they actually get there.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go. And she'll, exchange as much info with the dispatcher as she can with what she knows, and start to head on out.
All right, the dispatcher hangs up, and you're free to run the fuck back to your car. Make me a wits streetwise so that you can remember the direction you were at. You went where your car is.
Woo-wee!
You're good. So you remember exactly where to go and how to get there.
Yep.
And I'm not going to make you roll any dex athletics or anything. You find your car. You get in the car. You can, probably program your GPS to find the freeway from there. You just now spent about 2 hours on the streets of LA.
Yeah.
So it's now approximately between 11:30 at night as you start to head back to the freeway and head on down to San Diego.
All right. Sarah will keep that story in mind for when she gets there. She'll also make a note to learn Mother's Touch because goddamn.
I know I was, it was so sad that I looked at your sheet. I'm like, oh, he doesn't have Mother's Touch. Damn it. All right, well, it's still fine.
Yeah, I took Spirit Speech because I'm a Talon Factory blow things up aggro theurge. Which is why Sarah was like, I can't really get involved in this because if I get involved in this, I'll just kill them.
Right.
And that's exactly. A whole lot of other problems.
Exactly. Like, you don't really need, 8, 9 dead gang members in a warehouse or in a old abandoned grocery store. But anyway, so you get back to your car and you get back to the freeway, and the rest of your drive down to San Diego is pretty uneventful. It's this late at night from the 5 down to where you need to go is pretty smooth sailing. There's not a lot of traffic, no more accidents, no more weird freaky shit detour happenings. And you the freeway that you get onto to go, you were given directions to the Sept, yes?
Yeah, I figured she would have been given directions to the Sept.
All right, yeah. So you know where to go, and by the time you get to the Sept, you're gonna park in the. I don't know if you took a look at the Sept map, but
yeah, there's like a parking area, right?
Yeah, right in the front. There's the Tellurian entrance, and then there's a parking lot right there next to the bait and tackle shop. So you can just park your car there, and you're gonna. It is like 2 o'clock in the morning. Well, between 1 and 1:30 actually. There is absolutely nobody here. So you could probably guess that it would be okay to step sideways right here, but maybe you might want to walk down just a little bit out of sight.
Yeah, Sierra's probably.
It's up to you though.
Sierra's probably going to do that. She doesn't want to, just randomly step sideways just in a parking lot openly. That's
yeah.
No.
I was gonna leave it up to you though. All right. So you walk a little ways down down one of the streets towards some trees or the lake, and you step sideways.
Okay. Do I need to roll for that or
no?
Okay.
No, you don't need to roll for it
because that knows to score on natural channel though.
Oh yeah, well, just having no, you don't need to fucking roll for that shit. No, you're good. So you can go ahead and make your howl though.
Yep. I almost said Teresa. Sierra will start to slow shift into Lupus. In Lupus form, she is a black wolf. With a single patch of white. Otherwise, she would look damn near like a Shadow Lord. And she will do her Howling of introduction. I am Sierra Darcy, Clea Theurge of the Black Furies, born on 2 legs, and I seek entrance into the Sept of the Howling Winds.
And as your call is heard, Symphony turns to her companion. Hey, we got somebody.
We do? We do? Okay, well, where are they? Where are they? Let's go get them. We should go get them.
Hey, calm down. Just calm your shit. It's all right. Let's go. We gotta go into the Ember, though.
Ooh, okay, let's go. Where's the
From what I can tell, not too far from the entrance, from the Tellurian entrance. So, and she'll actually just pick Bamboozles up.
Bamboozles looks into her glasses as they shift across.
And she will, when they get into the Ember, she'll shift into her lupus, which is this reddish black wolf that you see in the picture. She comes walking up to Sierra.
As does a Jack Russell Terrier.
She passed curiosity for the Jack Russell Terrier.
Yes.
So Sierra's just in there in lupus form. She's not sure of the ranks of either of these individuals, so she'll kind of at least hold on the exposure of throat and all that until, proper introductions and whatnot.
Yeah, Symphony comes trotting up and she'll say, I'm Symphony of Memes. Glasswalker, Galliard, Adrian, born on 2 legs.
And so Sierra will show throat to Symphony of Memes.
She kind of looks at Bamboozles. Come on.
Oh, it's my turn. Right. So, yes, I'm Bamboozles the Worm, Fostern, Ragabash, Bonar. And he's kind of sticking out his chest and like holding his head up really high.
And she's looking at you like you forgot something.
I'm sorry, who's you?
Oh, sorry. She's looking at Bamboozles the Worm.
Okay.
like he forgot something.
Right. I was born on 4 legs, which everybody should be. Just so you know, everybody should have been born on 4 legs. It's so much better.
She looks at him and gives a slight growl.
And he rolls over onto his back. Yes, ma'am.
Sierra will also show throat to Bamboozles the Worm since he's a fostering.
Even though he's laying on his back right beside you.
Yeah, Sierra don't know these people yet. She don't want to just like randomly get throated outside the Sept.
Oh, I know.
Because for all she knows, Bamboozles the Worm can be a super thug.
Right?
And just be like, I think it's called Ferocious Rat something, and fucking gets like +5 strength.
She looks at she looks at Bamboozles the Worm. Get your fucking ass up out of there.
Okay, and he just rolls back up onto his feet and walks over to Sierra. He kind of just lays across her throat.
All right.
Sierra snorts.
Sierra does?
Or not Sierra. Fuck. Symphony. Too many S names now. Symphony snorts and she walks over and sniffs Sierra and takes her nose and shoves Bamboozles off of Sierra's throat. And then she kind of gives a little nip on your on Sierra's neck and nudges for her to get up.
Which she goes ahead and does.
All right. I guess now I got to do the thing.
Yes. Yes, you do. Because you are the thing doer. That's how this works.
Yes, of course it is. Because I can do, well, not all the things. Someday. Anyway. Uh-huh.
Question, Riot. Do
Yes.
one thing.
Oh, the cleansing thing before I can show you stuff.
Sarah nods.
Can you do the thing? As he looks at you.
Yes, I am proficient with the rite of cleansing.
Well, Symphony looks at Bamboozles. She did say she's a theurge.
Not all theurges can do it. There was that one cub who was like, "What do you mean that you're supposed to clean things?"
Yeah, but that was a cub. She's a Cleath. Most Cleaths know, theurges know how to do the rite of cleansing.
No.
Yes.
Are you trying to argue with me again? Is that how this is happening?
She gives you a very stern look. Really?
And he rolls over onto his back. Yes, ma'am.
She just shakes her head. And then she shifts up into Hamid. And you see this woman who is fairly beautiful. She has on glasses, bright smile, and she has her bag with her. She takes out all the appropriate stuff, draws a circle around you, around Sierra. As she lights her bundle of sage that she has. And as she walks around wafting the smoke at you, you notice that she's skipping as she's going around in the circle. And kind of humming to herself a little bit.
All right. Everyone has their own unique way of doing rites.
I mean, she is a Galliard, so of course she'd be humming, right?
Yeah.
And then, when she's finished, she stamps out the sage. All right, you're good.
Thank you, Raya.
You're welcome.
Are you going to need somewhere to stay? Or do you have somewhere to stay while you're down here? Or...
I stopped by and grabbed myself a hotel room right quick, and Sierra will relax into her Hamid form. And if y'all want to reference that picture on the side, yes, she is even wearing that sweater.
That is amazing. Symphony looks at her. I like the sweater, actually. But you're really not going to need it much here. It really doesn't get that cold.
I mean, doesn't it get into like the 40s?
Yeah.
Sierra nods, almost as if she's vindicated somehow.
Symphony just kind of chuckles. Well, if you don't have to stay in a hotel. We have places here on Sept for you to stay. We've been expecting, since we're fairly new, we've been expecting a lot of arrivals from other places. So we've got accommodations. So you don't have to stay off Sept if you don't want to.
I'll probably stay here for, at least until I find a more permanent residence, I guess.
She nods. She looks down. She looks over at Bamboozles. Is he still in his little lupus form?
Oh yeah.
So, you haven't asked about why he looks that way yet.
Not for lack of wanting to, Raya.
Yeah, I could see it on her face. She saw me and she's like, "What the hell is wrong? Is he? No, he can't." And then I talked and she was like, "Oh my God, he is. What the? I've seen it before. So many of their kind." And he gets up and he puts his paws on your thigh, like looking up at you, one paw kind of pointing up at her as he does that.
So, Symphony just starts laughing.
Because Sierra don't know how to handle this right now. She's just a geek girl from NorCal. Like, she's like, what?
Bamboozles, why do you look like that?
Because that's how the man in the place made me.
Yeah, we rescued him from a and she gets very, like, you can kind of see the anger in her eyes as she says, Pentech's werewolf genetic engineering lab.
Sierra her eyes kind of go wide, and she'll look over at Bamboozles. Well, damn.
And if it wasn't for Symphony, I'd be living in a nice home with a family, all my own.
You have a family. You have me.
Yeah, but you always get mad when I hump your leg.
Yes, he is, as far as I know, the only man-made werewolf. Well, Garrett.
No, because there was Johnny Boy. He was one too, but he was kind of funny. He was short, had the orange fur, with the white tufts on the ends and around the neck.
Okay, I should say the only surviving. He didn't make it, remember?
Yes, but he existed, which means I'm not the only one.
So, you mean someone purposefully initiated a... Sierra's having a hard time wrapping her head around this concept.
Yes. They took a regular dog and was able to force them to change. He's been checked out from what we can tell. Besides being a dog, he's otherwise normal Garu, normal blood. I mean, he doesn't have any, pure breed or anything, but for all intents and purposes, their experiment was successful, and that's what makes it so scary.
And I'm the scariest looking 6 foot tall man you'll ever meet.
Maybe in Glabro.
No, Glabro, I'm only about 4'6".
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, your Krynos, I guess, is only 6 foot. Anyway, I was on the team that rescued him, and he and I have been friends ever since. So he's kind of my buddy.
We're packmates.
We are. She smiles. Anyway, let me show you around the place.
Yeah,
And
sure. Sierra's obviously still floored by genetically engineered first change. It looks like she may need a minute for that.
Gamboozles
Yeah.
jumps up into Symphony's arms.
She will carry him.
Good minion, I'm tired. Carry me. I'm not used to being up this late.
Ugh, you are so dramatic. Why? Why?
He gets a as shocked and offended look as a dog can on his face.
She boops his nose.
No, not the poop in the snout when you said you wouldn't do that anymore.
I always gotta boop the snoot of you, pupper. Come on. Let's. She turns around and she puts a hand on Sarah's shoulder. You alright?
Yes, Raya, I am just processing.
I understand. It's quite a story. I sometimes still don't believe it myself. If I hadn't been there, I might not. We destroyed the lab, by the way.
Sierra exhales the biggest sigh of relief, and she'll say, to be fair, I'm a bit unusual too.
Oh? She's now intrigued.
My dad's a lupus kinfolk.
Blink, blink.
It's a long
Wow.
story.
That's not something I hear about a lot. I mean, I know it happens, but interesting. How about that tour?
Yep.
All right. So she takes you. She shows you around the Sept. She'll take you by the Cub quarters, which are teepees. And the Den Mother's house is right off of where the teepees are. She'll take you by the elders' quarters, and she'll motion for you to be quiet because it is late and they are sleeping. And she'll show you the cairn location, and she'll take you down to the lake and kind of show you how pretty it is. And in the Umbra, you can see a lot of like plant water spirits around.
Ooh, Sierra will take note of the water spirits. Water spirits are spirits of healing, therefore Gaia's breaths.
Yes, this is a big lake, so there are a few. And birds. And then after she shows you the lake, then she'll take you over to the Sept quarters. Well, the regular quarters housing on Sept. And she'll say, you can, if you want to go back to a hotel tonight, you can. If you want to stay here, you're more than welcome to. Bamboozles and I have an apartment off Sept, but we also have a room here. You're more than welcome to use it.
Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate that. Also, question.
Uh-huh.
I know it's a bit forward and rather soon, but come the next few days. I don't know if there's anything that requires my assistance, but you got me.
She smiles. I will definitely keep that in mind. Oh, before I forget, um, because we've had so many newcomers, and I know that we're expecting more within the next couple of days, there's going to be a moot, so make sure you come to that. It's going to be Thursday, so you'll get to meet the elders and stuff. Be fun.
Okay.
So, hey, Bamboozles, do you want to go home tonight, or do you just want to stay here? We can have a party with Sierra.
Let's party! And by party, I mean like, ooh, can I have those big orange things that are like puffy and crunchy thingies?
Cheetos?
Are those the big ones that make my nose and mouth orange?
That'd be it. The big cheese puffs, yeah.
Yes, I want cheesy puffs.
Sure. You can have cheese puffs.
Can I have Mountain Dew? Can I have Mountain Dew? Can I have Mountain Dew? Can I have Mountain Dew?
You're tripping, right?
No, you're carrying me. I won't trip.
No, Bamboozles, you cannot have Mountain Dew.
Puppy dog eyes.
I am falling for that. It's too late at night, and you're hyper enough as it is.
Looks towards Sierra.
You heard her. She'll kind of raise up her arms like,
She ain't gonna help you.
She's a client. She should do what I tell her. I want Mountain Dew.
She thunks your nose.
Oh.
She glares. Yeah, that's what I thought. Come on. Sorry about him.
no, that's fine. He reminds me a lot of the stories of the famous/infamous Ragabash runs like hell.
Oh. Yeah, I've heard. Yeah. Uh-huh. Kinda. Yeah, I think we might have our own list with Bamboozles pretty soon.
You're making a list? List of what?
A list of shit you're not allowed to do, like have Mountain Dew at 3 a.m.
It's not 3 a.m. It's only 2:47.
Do I need to get the muzzle? Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyway, so they will they will take you to the room that they have is actually fairly spacious, and there are a few places to sleep. There's 2 or 3 dog beds, a couple of regular beds. Like it's as if multiple people might sleep in here a few times, whether in Hamid or Lupus or whatever. So there's plenty of space in this room.
Sierra will, because she's been driving pretty much all day, she will plop down on a bed.
Well, welcome to the Sept of the Howling Winds.
Good to be here.
Good to have you. We need more people. We haven't had a lot lately. Of course, we're still pretty new, so it's good to have more. And Symphony will get into pull Bamboozles in bed with her.
Bamboozle climbs on her
On her what? Her
chest.
chest.
Her chest.
She kind of snuggles down into him. Any final thoughts from Sierra?
So far, she's feeling optimistic. She doesn't know what Pegasus meant for her to do when coming here, so she's hoping that the mood is gonna, point her in the right direction.
All right. And I believe with that, we can end our scene. Thank you, player, for playing and watchers for watching. Good night.